Hey, good morning, crafty friends. It's Rena. It's Sunday, and oh my gosh, my son is in the hospital. We think he's going to be okay, but it's still kind of stressful to leave your loved one at the hospital. I had planned to make this video last night, and it just didn't happen. So I have been super excited to share this with you. It took me probably about somewhere between 24 and 30 hours to create this mini, and that is the most labor-intensive mini I've ever made. But I purchased these two paper packs, the Princess paper packs, and I purchased two quite some time ago. I found them for $7.99. So I have $16 invested in the papers, and then about $30,000 invested in embellishments. Just kidding. Okay, so this is the front, and it has, as you can see, 5 of the Disney princesses on it. I don't know all their names. I, of course, know Belle. And the Little Mermaid, that's Ariel, and I'm pretty sure that's Cinderella, Rapunzel. I'm not sure if this one's a name, but there's a few others on the inside. But let me start with the cover. This is a Michael's frame here, and it was perfect pink already. So I just left it as it was. I added a couple of flower clusters, a few little sprays from the Hobby Lobby. Oops, sorry. Wedding department. I had this beautiful crown in my stash, and this, let me see if I can do this. This little metal piece right here is just to be able to pull this tag out that says, "Our beautiful princess, there is no fairer in the land." And you can leave that, or you could put a photo there. So around the edges, I added white lace all the way around, and then I added these metal corner pieces, and these were actually buttons that I purchased from the DIY boutique supply, or that were sent to me. I don't remember if they were gifted to me or I purchased them. But that is on every corner of the front of the mini. And then I have this flat back trim from Suha Fuha. Now, it's going to be a little difficult for me to share this with you, but I really want to show everything, so I may do this in 2 parts and put them together. This trim, the white trim here, is one trim, and then the pink trim I added on top of the white trim, and that's a sequence trim. The white I got at Hobby Lobby, and this I believe I got from Beady Bomb Bomb. Okay, the back just has the lace all the way around it, and then another piece of the pink and white trim that I created. Then on the binding, there's obviously more paper from the collection here, and then I had this sentiment charm piece in my stash, this Once Upon a Time, and it has 2 loops, one on each end. So I decided to create 2 chunky charms to connect to those. And I have this one here, this here, and this one, and then this pretty little bow with a pearl. And then on this side, I have a crown. There's this long dangle. There's an arrow with a heart. There's this one that I had in my stash. This hanger, and then a cameo. And then down here, I had created this little tiny booklet, and it's funny because this was just I created this from the cover of the paper pads. There were pictures of all the princesses. And I just thought it would be a cute little booklet that whoever this book goes to can, the little girl can take it out and she can make her own little, her mommy could let her, you know, make her own little journaling notes if she wanted to. And that way the mommy could write in the big book and the little girl could write in this book. So I used a clear piece of acetate right here, and I just added some more of that pearl trim. I punched a hole with my crocodile and put some seam binding in it. And there we go. It slides right in. Okay, let's see if we can go to the inside. I'm going to apologize because I really do know this is going to be hard to share, but I'm going to do my best because I hope this is very inspirational, not just for my friends on YouTube, but for people who are looking to make some kind of Disney princess album. Because when I started looking for some inspiration, I was not really successful. There aren't a lot of Disney princess albums out there, and I didn't find any with this paper pad. So I hope that this will be helpful to others in the future. Okay, this is page 1. Pull back just a little. I love this. I love this whole album. I actually knew in my mind when I bought these paper pads what I wanted to do, and honestly it's taken me at least 1.5 to 2 years to finally pull it out and say, okay, now's the time. So the first page obviously is Belle, and I don't have any particular order that I did these put these princesses in, but Belle was always my favorite when my little girl was growing up. I actually wish they had put the Beast in the paper collection, but they did not. Okay, so first of all, I used a die cut, a large die cut I had in my stash, and I cut out this piece with Belle, and I actually had the set of different ones, but I didn't use it. I just glued that onto paper, and then I fussy cut around the edges. This across here is an EK Success paper punch. And then this trim, I believe I got from Beady Bom Bom. I also have some lace here at the bottom. And this trim, which I also believe is from Miss Beady Bom Bom. A beautiful flower cluster coming up. And there are some, just as there are right here, because this matches. This is a rosette from Suha Fuha, and I have some back here. And then these little pink and green flowers are from Archana's Secret Garden. And this piece right here I just had in my stash. So I created a pocket here, and let me pull all these pieces out. So this is a large photo mat, and I was thinking that maybe a photo could go here, and then some journaling, and then the back is left blank if they wanted to put a large photo or 2 photos on there. But it was, the way the paper is, the different pages throughout the book, or the paper comes in the paper pack, you only get very limited designs. So it was a little bit hard to come up with putting pretty paper, I don't know how to describe pretty paper to make it look nice before the photos go in. So this is a 5x7 photo mat, and on this side you could put a photo here, or you could put journaling. You could put a small photo and then put some journaling. Yeah. And then this is a little booklet. So it's a 5x7 booklet. Again, this would work for journaling, or you could use a smaller photo here, or you could use a 5x7. And then it opens up, same thing. You know, some people may not want to cover Belle up. They may want to put a photo here and still have Belle. Whatever, you know, whatever works. Then on the back, I made another little pocket. I put some pretty trim I got from Rosa's store on Etsy. I will try to link stores down below for where I got product, but I can't promise. Another photo mat with Belle, and another journaling spot, or a photo mat there. And this is a flip up, and it does not have any papers in here, so that when you put your photo in, it just has a little white border. And then there's the back. So that goes back in there. And then this is also another little booklet. And this beautiful lace is from Rosa's store on Etsy. Another flower cluster. And I added these little sprays, these little crystal sprays that I just had in my stash. And then I had this little castle charm in my stash, so I added it there. This is a flip up. And it has another pull out inside. So each one of these, there's also paper on the back. Each one of these little pockets for each princess has a ton of room for photos. Alright, let me try to move it over. I knew that was going to happen. I'm sorry. I don't want to start over. I'm going to move the camera next time. Okay, this is the next page, and honestly, I don't know which princess this is. Sleeping Beauty? I don't know. I think it is. Okay. Well, anyway, I wanted to do something a little different with this page. I still wanted it to kind of be a pocket page, but this one kind of came out a little bit different. And, you know, I used the same sort of flower cluster here as I did on the other side with the Suha Fuha rosette pieces. And this gorgeous, gorgeous trim is from Rosa's store, Scrap with Love. And then I double layered a bow. I had this little lace bow with a bling that, oh, I know where I got it. Oh, it's escaping me. I know who sent this to me. I'm so sorry. It starts with the K. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Okay, I'm sorry. This was a bling piece I had in my stash, and then I also had these came with that. So I just put them on each one of the edges. And this actually has a magnetic closure. And it opens like this. Let me pull back and show you the whole. So it all kind of goes together from the same paper. So this one folds in, and then it looks like that. And then this closes like that. This pulls out. And it creates photo mats. And there's the princess again. And then the back. So before that goes back in, let me show you this, which is also magnetic. And I thought this was a great place for journaling here. But, you know, doesn't have to be. And then it opens up like this. So you could put more journaling, or you could put small little cropped photos and journaling, whatever you want. And then there are little tags back here for smaller photos. And these are just one-sided. And this one has the castle on it. So, yeah, is just tuck back in here. And this one goes back here. Alright. Now, I'm going to try not to drop, you guys. This is where it starts getting a little bit harder to share. Let's see. There we go. Now we got Pocahontas going on here. And what I did, I'm going to pull these out, is that's how her pocket looks. I used another die to cut her out and fussy cut around. I made this large flower cluster, mostly from Wild Orchid Craft flowers. This is, I don't know where this came from. There is some rosette trim here at the bottom underneath the flowers. There's white and there's pink under here. I had these, what do you call these? Bling adhesive pieces in my stash. I believe I got those at Michael's. And what I did with my flower cluster is I added this little bird. I added these two little sprays from the Hobby Lobby wedding department. And then I added these two feathers, a pink and a white, because Pocahontas is an Indian girl. And I thought, feathers, yay. I had this trim in my stash I got from Hobby Lobby. And then right here, what I did was I layered a metal piece and an applique and then this arrow. And I thought it was super cute for Pocahontas to have an arrow. So I have this photo mat. I have this one, which has room, you could journal on this one. A photo mat on that side. And then this is a little photo mat booklet, and this I believe is, I don't know who makes that. I've got a couple of bling pieces there, and then some trim from Rosa's store again. Then the little booklet opens up, and I have these Martha Stewart punched butterflies, and then a photo mat and a journaling spot. Oh, there's two there. Two photo mats with journaling spots. And then on this side, also double-sided photo mat. And then the back. So I didn't find that I had as much room in this side pocket type of insert as I do the big pockets. So our next page is super busy. This is obviously The Little Mermaid. I don't know if it's obvious at this point. If this was sticking up a little bit, it would. Right here, let me pull the inserts out. Okay, so right here is the little, I think his name is Sebastian, and his little cage thing. I added this jute bow and this bling piece from the DIY Boutique Supply. My flower cluster, mostly Wild Orchid Craft flowers, a beautiful lace bow, and this bling piece was gifted to me. I believe it was either Carol Lavelle or oh my gosh, Sabrina Jackson. I don't know why that wouldn't come out. But anyway, beautiful, beautiful little bling piece. If one of you girls is watching, would you tell me where you got this bling piece? Because I'd like to order some more. It's a perfect size. And then this trim right here is from Rosa's store, A Scrap with Love on Etsy. So my first little small booklet, I used a beautiful pink applique I had in my stash. And another beautiful flower cluster with some pearl sprays from the Hobby Lobby wedding department. And this opens up, and there's no papers in here, but when a 4x6 photo goes in here, it'll have a little white outline border, because this is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then the back, journaling or another photo. And then this larger booklet, smashed it on it again. This opens up, got some little pockets going on, some little small pull-out tags, double-sided. And then on this side is a photo mat with Ariel, and there's double-sided. Here's another one. Some of the photo mats are double-sided because I had enough paper, but because I was so limited, you only got 2 sheets per princess in each particular little paper pack. So sometimes I would run out of paper for each princess, and I would think, well, it's okay because people are going to put photos in it, and they're not going to need paper on each one. So this is Jasmine, and I think after this one I'm going to start and do another video and splice them together. Let me pull the Jasmine's pages out. And she was cut out on a round die because well, you'd have had to see how the paper was, but it was inspirational in that there was this flower pattern that it started here and it went all the way up and around, and I thought, oh, I'll just mimic that with the flowers. So that's what I did, and I had this little charm in my stash that looked like, you know, the genie it didn't look just like her bottle, but I thought it was really cute and looked similar, so I put that there. More EK Success Punch. Both of these laces, or trims, I believe, are from Scrap with Love on Etsy. I had this bling in my stash down here. And this is a photo mat with the paper collection. And here's another. And then the little booklet has this bling butterfly. And you open it up, and there's a 5x7 photo mat here, and then there's Jasmine again cut out in a circle, and this little booklet fits inside, and it's got another bling butterfly, a little bit of lace, and then this bow here, and then this bow that goes on top. Christina, that's who sent me these. Christina, sorry. This opens up, and it's got room for 4 photos. And then if you wanted to put a photo on the back, or just leave that like it is. And then this slides right back in there. Tucks in there, and like so. So, there are the first 5 pages. I will be back and splice these together for the next. Okay, we made it through the first 5 pages. Let's try the next 5. Here we go with Snow White. And for her pocket, I use this beautiful trim. I believe I got it at Suha Fuha's. I think this was a gift from Rosa, from her Etsy store, Scrap with Love. Some beautiful wild orchid craft flowers, this lovely, lovely applique, and then there are 3 photo mats here. Only one of them is double-sided. This one here is a 5x7 photo mat with some beautiful bling and a little applique here with some wild orchid craft flowers and some wild orchid craft leaves. This opens up, and you can put a 5x7 photo here, and there will be a 1/4 inch border all the way around it. Another picture of Snow White, and the back. Then this one pulls out, and I did the flower cluster the same, and I added the mirror for, you know, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all. And then on the inside is another photo mat or a large journaling spot. And then over here is a journaling spot and a pull-out photo mat. So that is Snow White. And I don't know if I mentioned, but in the middle, on each page, is this pretty chiffon trim from Hobby Lobby, and then this pearl lace trim down the middle, and that's on every single center of each page. Alright, now we've got Mulan, and she's done in a die cut again, and then I have a pocket, actually 2 pockets across the front, and I have these 2 little pull-out photo mats with these pretty little crocheted hearts, and then on the back for journaling. So there's a pocket here, and these 2 pretty bling pieces with this bow applique are from Christina from our swap. And then there is this pull-out photo mat and another one. Is this a, oh, this is actually a booklet. So 2 4x6 can go inside with the 1/4-inch border all the way around the photo. And then this little booklet has a pretty applique right here behind, a corner applique, as well as at the bottom. And then I've got the flowers, and these flatbacks were gifted to me by Song quite some time ago in our swap. And then you open it up. Well, I think you open it up. There we go. Open it up, 2 5x7 spots, and then on the back as well. So that is Mulan. And she was very limited with the papers that came with her. But that's what I did. I added some pearl strands here and some shabby rosettes underneath the Wild Orchid Craft flowers. And then here's the chiffon and lace trim in the center again. And here we have, pretty sure this is Cinderella. Hers is a little different. I added this beautiful lace from Rosa's Scrap with Love Etsy store. And then this trim, I believe, is from Beady Bomb Bomb, her store. And then I added some pearls across the top. More Wild Orchid Craft flowers. And then these rosettes back here are from Suha Fuha store. I added this little charm, a horse and carriage, and then these bling pieces I just had in my stash. And this beautiful bling is from the DIY Boutique Supply, and I added a double lace bow. There are 2 pull-out tags here, and this one has the carriage on it. This actually is a flip-up. And this one has the castle on it. And a little birdie on the back. And those just tuck right in there. And then this opens up and has 2 large areas for 5x7s or smaller photos and journaling. And then on to our last 2 pages. This is, forgive me guys, this princess was after my daughter was grown, so I don't know what her name is, but let me pull these out and show you that she also had limited kind of papers with her. She had the same kind of trees as Mulan, but I made a really nice little flower cluster here, some bling from my stash. These are all Wild Orchid Craft flowers. This pretty trim from my stash, and then this flat back lavender pearls there. So this is a 5x7 booklet, and it just opens up like that for 2 large photos or some journaling. And then on the back I have some more pretty lace from Rosa's Etsy store and some flat backs here. There's a little tab there to hold these extra pullouts in, and there's this one, and room for journaling, and then there's her, room for journaling, and then another photo mat. So those just tuck back in there really nicely, and then that goes right back in there. And then there's this smaller little booklet, and I did another little flower cluster with a lace and crinkled seam binding bow and another one of those pretty bling pieces. And then this one flips up, and then the back. So that is her. And then the last page is Rapunzel, and she kind of had a unique, I mean, obviously her hair is really big, so I had to fussy cut this out to make the pocket, but I think it turned out nice. And I have my Wild Orchid Craft flower cluster there. I have this pretty little crown that I put in the cluster. There's a beautiful pink applique back there, another lace bow, another beautiful bling piece, and then this really pretty charm that I had in my stash, and I just liked it, so I put it there. And then in here we have this long pull-out. It can have multiple photos or journaling area, and another picture of Rapunzel. It goes back there. And then this is a little booklet, and it unties. And it opens up for 2 5x7s. And then in the back is a metal piece and another little tab here to hold in these extra photo mats. So there's this one, which could have journaling or a photo and journaling. And there's this. And finally this one with several princesses on it. So much room. I should probably count how many photos can go in this mini, but it will depend on where you want to journal versus put photos. But obviously, as you've seen, quite a bit of room for photos. I think that this mini would delight any little girl, but a little girl who's actually been to Disneyland and has photos of her and the princesses, oh my goodness. Can you even imagine how much fun she would have putting her pictures in this mini album? So there we go. That is my Disney Princess mini album. I am excited to hear what you guys think of it, and I hope it inspires many people out there looking to make one of their own. Thanks so much for watching. Have a happy scrappy day. We'll see you soon. Bye.